And I'm live on YouTube if you guys want to come see my screen. Pop out chat. Sorry, I'm just getting everything set up now. Look at SOFI. Sec. Hey, thank you for a present. 25 presents, damn. SOFI, we have a nice double bottom. Now we're coming back retest the 9 EMA. I do like to see that. We're right about to break the downtrend. This is a very, very good setup. Excuse me. Now we have room. We want to see massive volume break as we see this downtrend actually get cracked. We'll have room back up to 1750, then room upwards of 20 bucks for SOFI. So I think SOFI is super bullish. So if you're in SOFI, good for you, my man. Good for you, my man. I don't like ITMR. LPTX. Okay, guys, LPTX is kind of just I don't mind it that it just keeps going down though. That's the thing. I don't mind it. It gives me a better entry because this stock has a history of ripping to the upside, giving everything back. Maybe ripping just a little bit and then giving a lot back. Like, let's go ahead and look at the charts on LXPX. We go ahead and look back. Look, we gap up significantly. We run around 4 or 5% and then give everything back. Let's see what else. There's plenty of times where it's gapped up. Gap up, run, give everything back. Gap up, run, give a lot back. Gap up, run, give a lot back. Gap up, run a little bit, give everything back. So this stock has the history of doing that. So why would we risk our money holding this long term if we know that this stock doesn't actually hold its gains? But you know, it is on a cancer. They have cancer treatment. They have cancer in the title. So I do expect there to be some hype behind LPTX. I think if we break over those previous highs, of 238, we have room up to $3. I truly think that. So let's go back to our day trading 1 minute. Let's see what happens. Oh, perfect. Oh, but then what we can do is we go boom, load symbols and cells in a chart, personal day trading. Yep, there it is. Yeah, so we have increasing volume down, but BLU, I want to see a pullback down to $5, light volume, and then I honestly want to see it down to like 450, 460 before I actually jump into this. So thank you guys so much for in the stream. Please like the video. Let me know what you guys want to see. If you want me to do any analysis, but liking the video really helps TikTok push the stream. So let's alrighty guys, we have around 45 minutes till market open. We're just sitting on our hands right now. We got to see what's going on with basically the whole market. We got to really analyze if it's, you know, if traders are looking to break out, take breakout plays, or if it's looking pretty slow like it has been the past week. Right now, LPTX is one of my ones that I'm watching on high. I'm keeping on a high watch. I think we could easily come back to this previous price level of 227. Ooh. See what the boys are watching. TOMZ. Why is TOMZ moving? Whoa. Think it's gotten halted both times. Nope. It just hasn't moved. I don't like that. I'm gonna keep it on the watch list just in case it kind of starts to move. You know, RG. Nope, I deleted that from my watch list. And right now, there's still only 3 on my watch list that I really like, and that's nothing much. I mean, let's LPTX looking for that break. You know, kind of just riding on this. We don't want to see that. This downtrend is very, very steep. So let's go ahead and jump over to our other Days. Yeah, so if we see a really long wick with a hammer candle, that would be a very good chance for an entry. Excuse me, guys. I'm gonna go to the restroom real quick. All right, I'm back. Let's get this going. I want to start investing money for a savings for my grandson. What do you recommend? Well, if you're recommending like saving like that, I would invest in probably an ETF. I'm thinking more of like how old is he and how I guess he will get it when he's 18. I would assume that he would be smart enough to hold it for a little bit longer. Or so I would suggest ARC X. He's 3. Anything bots that's an ETF BOTZ. It's an AI ETF that tracks the basically all the EI stocks or AI stocks. Then you have your S&P 500, whatever. You have your ARC investments, and then ARC X for the space. But I'm not much of a long-term investor. Those are just some ETFs that I like. I would personally, I mean, I'm more of a crypto investor, but that's a little bit more risky. Thanks, no problem, no problem, no problem. Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, those are all very very good ones. What I would do, I mean, no, I was gonna say maybe put some of it in crypto, maybe put like 3/4 of it in stocks, and then maybe play a little bit more riskier with the other in crypto. Maybe throw into Quant, XRP, B Chain, any so. And that move has already been successful. Again, there's the break. Want to see increasing volume. Blue, LPTX, ATER. Broke. Not looking good. Bang. Now we have decreasing volume. How many? We have 5 minutes left on this candle. 6 minutes left. Decreasing volume on the pullback, that's what we like to see. LPTX. Talking to each other, we get. This is what we didn't want to see. We didn't want to see ATER break below that, and it did. You know, it's okay. But now we have another. We have some support at around, I'm guessing, yeah, again, 13. Break that, we'll come down to 12 easily. Like a rising wedge, and plus on the daily, it was telling me that there was signs of weakness for ATER, and that's what I'm really seeing before we actually trade ATR. And then we have TOMZ, which did kind of give everything back, I'm not gonna lie. So I'm actually deleting that from my watch list just because it's not a good potential day trade. Trading stock. Disable. Here's the wall. Here we are. Alrighty. ATER. Guys, it's all about sitting on our hands right now. And I did go to the bathroom and miss this move for LPTX. But again, it wasn't an A+ setup. We are trading during pre-market. We're not trading, but we are during pre-market right now. And we are, you know, it's just something that wasn't the good. And I had to go to the restroom, so fuck it. All right, I'm moving you guys right there. Yeah, if you guys want to see my screen, head over to YouTube. You can trade with me. Yeah, so let's go ahead and analyze this. If you're on my YouTube, go ahead and analyze when we could have gotten in this trade, and if there was really an even good potential opportunity. So we do have a pivot low right here. That pivot low, this 3-bar candle play, gives us a good indication, you know, but we have increasing volume, but with not much of a larger spread. So there's our first sign of there's a potential reversal here, even though it closed really, really far. I'm actually going to do a lesson on that today on TikTok, just because usually when you see that kind of bar, it's very, very bearish sentiment, but it didn't happen because of that volume. So let's go ahead and highlight that, just because that's a great topic to talk about, and how since we have a very high volume on this candle, the spreads are about the same, and it's very bearish because it is close to the lowest. But that high volume was telling us that, you know, buyers and sellers were getting met with buyers. Buyers took it back up after we broke out, and then that was a false breakout to the downside. So I do like that as a current lesson for either if you're in chat or on TikTok. So we'll see what happens. I'm gonna turn Josh down here. And really, we're not really doing much at the moment. We're just kind of waiting. You know, this would have been a nice, perfectly good trade if we could have caught this. There's 5% pull back to the 90 EMA. I'm expecting it to come up to at least 2. But again, I don't trade pre-market, and it wasn't the best setup. Now, it's okay if I don't make a trade. It's okay if we don't make a trade today. Hello. Hey. So again, what are you guys looking at? What do you guys want me to look at? I can cover my options plays if you guys want me to cover those. Let me know if you're on YouTube. Let me know if you're on TikTok. I just want to help you guys in the best way. Let's just go ahead and go over our Swing trade. No, oh, we want options. My bad. All right, here we go. Let's go ahead and recover them. Let's go ahead and go to our. I don't want VWAP on there anyways. So right now, AMD. You know, we have about the same volume, increasing spread. I wouldn't really touch this till around $100. AMC. Oh, I need to keep price zoom. We broke out of this wedge, which is weird, and we're now sitting at 50. We did feel that gap and got met by some sellers, so I do think today we're going to see a red day for AMC with CrowdStrike. I'm not really too sure. I don't like that price action. I'm not going to try to Nvidia. We're just kind of consolidating. We don't really see much a selling climax per se. YY, want to see a nice bounce in a double bottom. Yes. Oh man, I'm stuffy. Stuffy. So let's and jump back over to our trade. All right. I need to get fired up. Woo! I need to do something. You know, we're just waiting, sitting on our hands, waiting for pre-market. Let's go and listen to some Josh as well.
Quit.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put on Josh on my YouTube, so you guys can profit. Hold on, let me turn on the volume.
Stocks like SLGG, stocks like GSMG, MTNB. A lot of these stocks aren't really doing anything here in pre-market, like MTNB, right? This stock this morning announced positive data in their phase 2 trial, right? So again, it had a pretty good press release. It popped from 85 cents to, 119, came all the way back down and just set sideways. So again, a lot of these stocks that have news, probably 80% of them are very similar to like MTNB, to where they got a quick little pop and they're just sitting sideways. There's not an abundance of volume in the market. There's not substantial volume. There's not substantial activity. So it's actually pretty easy today, right? Last Thursday or Friday, there were like 20 stocks on the watch list because there were so many different things moving, right? It's like, okay, which one has the best opportunity? We have to eliminate some of these stocks when the market opens. And it was, we had like 15 different stocks. It was pretty noisy as far as our watch list, Thursday and Friday. Today's actually pretty easy. There's not a lot of noise, right? I mean, there is noise, but we can identify that noise really, really quick, like MTNB, like GSMG, like ITRM, right? There's a lot of these stocks that, we already know right off the bat, looking at the, the charts. What's the point of looking at these stocks, right? Where's the opportunity? Can we identify good opportunity? Is there good volume, right? I mean, it's pretty easy today to clean up, these 20 to 30 stocks that are moving and identifying 6 stocks that have the best potential. So with that being said, if we start with number 1 on the leaderboard, that's ITMR. ITMR is acquisition news. It's not worth your time. So really the number 1 stock that's actually moving on up, right? I mean, ITMR is actually moving on up, but whenever I look at those stocks that are gapping up substantially and it's acquisition news, it's not even worth my time, guys, right? I don't really classify that as a stock that's really gapping up that we should look at and it has opportunity. So in reality, it's LPTX, right? LPTX It's gapping up 34%. Right, it's trading 13 million shares against the 500,000 shares that it normally trades. So it does have high relative volume. There's definitely some attention and there's definitely some activity with LPTX. All right, it's a medium float stock. It's 46.2 million in float, but we have great volume and we do have a nice little 30% gap up. So why is LPTX even gapping up this morning? 33% here in pre-market, trading 15 million shares. Well, this morning at 8 o'clock, the company announced it will present new data. I just completely lost my train of thought. Not my train of thought, my cursor. Okay, here we go. We got it back. Leap Therapeutics, LP. TX shares are trading higher after the company announced it will present new data from the Distinguish study of DKN-01 plus big word I don't know at the MSO 2021 Congress. So it's not really like substantial news. Like, let's be honest. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate that press release on LPTX? On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you honestly rate that press release, right? Shares are trading higher after the company announced that it will present new data. They're going to present new data, right? That's LPTX. That's why LPTX is number 2 on the leaderboard. They're going to present new data, guys. A 7? Okay, a 7. I was actually going to go a little bit less. I was going to come in light. I was coming at a 4. I was going to come in at a 4 or 5. But hey, you know, it's 50-50, right? It's really just it's an okay press release, but it's not like a super hot press release, right? It's not a crappy one. It's not a hot press release. It's a lukewarm press release, right? So again, you know, we have some other stocks that actually have some really good news, like MTNB had some really good news, right? AZRX had some pretty decent news, right? But then we have LPTX that honestly is not as good as some of these other stocks, but LPTX seems to have some of the most attention right now. So the only thing that we really have to take away from this is it has a reason to be moving. There's a catalyst, right? There's a reason for LPTX to be up 34% here in pre-market. There's a reason for there to be 13 million shares traded, right? There's a reason that there's this much activity behind LPTX. So with that being said, it meets the criteria to be added to our watch list. But right now, just looking at the chart, it's really not doing all that much, right? It's really not doing all that much. It was slowly grinding up this morning, right? And I think they had a press release that initially dropped at 6. They reissued that press release at 8 o'clock. And, you know, right at 8 o'clock, it started fading and falling. But it was just really slow and steady this morning. Really slow and steady, hitting highs at 238. And since then, hasn't even tried to reverse yet. Just been slow and steady to the downside. So just looking at the chart, right, and the technicals on LPTX, there's nothing that really stands out that looks like just great. That looks amazing. Like, my goodness, team, let's go. Let's go and get long. No, I mean, there's not a lot of opportunity right now. Nothing that looks really, really good with LPTX. So the only thing that we could really do at this point in time is obviously add it to our watch list, identify the technicals, and get prepared if it does set up that we can attack and we can make some good profits, guys. So again, it's trading good volume. It's up 30%. It's a medium float stock, so be mindful that it's a 46 million in float stock. And we have okay news, right? There is a reason for this stock to be moving on up. And the first thing I notice is pretty close to this 200 SMA. We also have those prior highs right around 187, right? So not only was that the most recent level of resistance on the daily chart, we also have our 200 SMA right there. That is resistance. Right now that we're above 190, not only is that prior level of resistance going to hold up as new support, but we also have the 200 SMA looking to hold this stock up as support as well. So right now, the best support on LPTX, if we want to see the stock moving up higher, back over 2, back up to those highs in the 230s, we need to see LPTX stay above 187, all right? 187 is that prior daily high and pretty darn close to the 200 SMA, and we came down beautifully and just bounced right around that 187, and we're slowly starting to bounce on back up. But right now, is there a reason to jump in this? I don't think so, right? I don't think so. I don't think there's a reason to jump in right now because we could open and just crash and dump and fall, and there may never really be that A+ opportunity with LPTX. So right now, I'm sitting back. I don't see anything that I want to trade here in pre-market. I'm going to, again, wait to see what stocks get the best of the best attention there at the open. But I definitely think we should keep LPTX on watch. It meets the criteria to be added to our watch list. We are right at a key level of support. Again, that prior daily high, the 200 SMA. We know we have room at least back up to retest those pre-market highs of 238. So we can see that there could definitely be some opportunity with LPTX. But I still think we need to sit back at the open and wait to see if this stock is actually going to hold on up, or to wait and see if it's actually going to crack that level of support and continue to move lower for today. Okay? So LPTX will definitely have that one on watch. EFTR. EFTR was a stock that was moving last week. One of those really random stocks, right? Just out of nowhere from 10 bucks to 40 bucks. And on Friday, it really did nothing. And right now, what's going on with EFTR? Right here at 754. When did the stock start really moving on up with some volume? Actually, just about 15 minutes ago. But at 754, there is an article that says Cantor Fitzgerald starts EFTR at overweight with a $50 price target. Okay, so Cantor Fitzgerald starts their target, the rating, at an overweight and a $50 price target here on EFTR. So not only was this stock still probably on traders' watch list, it was still on mine from last week, right? My prior week movers, my prior day mover watch list, it was on that watch list, right? And again, it wasn't really doing anything. And again, I was already going to resort back to EFTR at some point in the morning to see if it did get some activity and some attention, because there was really nothing else moving in the market, guys. There's really not a lot of other A-plus awesome opportunities. So looking at some of last week's movers, maybe we see some of those stocks start to get some hype and start to get some attention today. So EFTR, it was already on watch. It was something that was moving all of last week. And then this morning at 754, Cantor Fitzgerald starts EFTR at overweight and with a $50 price target. So we should watch EFTR not only because it was a great ripper and runner last week. We could definitely see some additional.
All right, I'm back. Getting some food. Let's go ahead and move Josh off the stream. Let's get him. He's another trader and mentor inside of chat. So, hold on. Let me turn him down so you can't hear him. Anyways, right now, he actually put up EFTR. Why is this stock moving? Let's go ahead and look at our news. So, price target of 50. Price target of 50. So, this is a good movement here. Let's go ahead and look at our 5-minute and 15-minute. Let's go ahead and load our cells in. So right now, EFTR, seeing decreasing volume on this candle, but we also have 2.5 minutes left. Now on the 15-minute, we're just getting increasing volume. Maybe a washout long potential here. Let's go ahead and clear these drawing sets. Maybe go to our flexible grid, and then I'm really going to move this and just have it on our 1 day, just so I can analyze what's going on. Okay, so we have our highs and close. I do want to see a washout long down to 32 if we do see a pullback here. Let's go. Okay, this is pretty much it. Let's go back to our trade. Anyways, right now we're just sitting on our hands. I want to see a washout long down to 32, and then we have room back up to those highs. So ETFR is also on our watch list. EFTR and I want to see this back up to around to 40 bucks. Let's go back to our flexible grid. Yeah, see, we had increasing volume, ran, and then gave everything back. I can't tell where this opened actually. Oh, opened, ran, gave everything back. Yesterday we had decreasing volume for the move downward. I do expect it to break over 40. So I do have high hopes for EFTR. I do want to see a slight pullback for the next 15 minutes till market opens, and then I want to see a nice downtrend break with a move higher around 36 to even 40 bucks. Break over 40, we have room up to 45 and then 50 for EFTR. And if we go and look at EFTR, our float is 24 million. So that is a medium float to low float stock. So this can rip and run. I think people are buying the rumor, selling the news. So we had a lot of selling pressure in these two candles once we hit these supply zones. Now we're taking them out. If we break over 40, we're going to absolutely rip and run here. So I don't know if you guys hear Josh, but he's saying when you enter a trade, it should be screaming at you, enter here, enter here, enter here. And that comes with just time in the market. So not timing the market, time in the market. I guess time in the market, studying, and you'll understand that. Question, did you hop on CEI? I did not. I'll look at CEI right now. CEI is just ripping and running. I don't know why I can't see my volume. And why isn't it? Yeah, for some reason it's not showing me volume, so I can't really do much with this, which kind of blows. Let's go ahead and jump over to our 1 day. See, this doesn't show me volume either. What the fuck? Like, so I can't really do much on it. Right now, I think EFTR is the top stock to watch out of the gate. I want to wash out down to 32 and see it move back up to 35. You still holding AMC? I'd actually never bought AMC, so. Yep, so if you guys could like the stream, TikTok pushes the stream more. If you guys do, I would really appreciate it. So let's if you guys want on YouTube, TikTok, let me know any tickers, any crypto that you want me to do analysis on. You what? Yeah. Yeah, man. I don't really invest, or I don't invest in like swing trade those hype stocks. If anything, I'll do a day trade, but AMC is just too high for me to do a day trade. I don't like trading stocks really over. I mean, this is pretty high for me too, 35, 30. So I mean, this is on the higher end of what the stocks that I trade. Usually trade anywhere from like 3 to 10 bucks. Depends. You know, it all depends on what's going on. I like getting more shares than, let's see, OMHI. Let's go ahead and look. Announces. So now it's not even letting me look deeper into do SNDL. I'll look at SNDL right now. Okay, so now it's showing us the volume. I do like that volume indicator though. know, maybe we're having a double bottom. Maybe this would be a good reversal. I want to see it kind of take on some steam. If we break 70, I'm not liking the price action. But we can continue. If we can, I think we have room back up to 80 bucks and then 90 cents for SNDL. We could see. I like this double bottom with the move higher. And again, right now the top stock to watch is EFTR. You know, we could see a nice pop for a double top, which I don't want to see. We are doing this bullish pennant, and I don't like trading bullish pennants just because, I mean, maybe bullish ABC pattern actually. Just because it's not a bull flag, this is more of an ABC. And this would be a very good time to enter. I would, because we had increasing volume. You're risking around 1.5% for the, you have potential for 3 to 4%. So, but I don't like taking trades unless I get unless there's a chance of getting 6%. And again, bullish pennants, I don't like trading this. We had increasing volume, but it's just not following what we want. Again, we're decreasing volume on the 5-minute. This is what I like to see. We're just absolutely dumb, decreasing volume on the downside. I want to see it down to around 32 before I even consider jumping in on this play. LSPD, Lightspeed, or AFRM. LSPD. We're on this massive run. You know, we made a high, we met a supply zone, and I think we might see a pullback. We might see a head and shoulders play out over the next few days. If we do pull back and kind of make another run for a double top and head and shoulders, which is not good for the stock. Again, right now there's not much indication that's telling me this is extremely bullish. This is extremely bearish. So, but we can just go over yesterday. We have decreasing volume with a decrease in spread with an upper wick. So that's our first signal that, you know, we could have a play, that we could have a short-term reversal for LSPD. And then we have AFRM. AFRM gapped up significantly, held most of its profits, gave some back. It's not the high. We have room. If we break over the previous high of yesterday's high, then we have room back up to 138 and then 145. But we are going to fill this gap eventually around 91, and then we are going to fill it at 67 potentially. Maybe not shortly. This could be a couple years down the road when we do fill this, but you know, or it could absolutely take off and rip and run and never fill these again. But I really doubt that. And I'm talking over the span of the next, they could fill it in the next 10 years, 15 years. That's gaps just get filled. And the EFTR, again, is my top stock to watch. I like this pullback. I want to see this kind of consolidate down, wash out to around 20 or 32, and see a move back upwards of 35. Oh, and then may potentially get halted to the upside. We'll see. So let's go ahead and look at our volume for EFTR. EFTR average volume is 6 million. Today's volume is 1.5, so I don't like that. Might see a break of the downtrend in BLO or BLU. I want to see another pullback, honestly, to around 450, maybe 460. Maybe a washout long for BLU. ATER is a mover. ATER does have, okay, the volume is normal, low float. So right now, ATER, BLU, and EFTR is the top 3 stocks to watch. Yo, what's good, homie? Nothing much. How you doing, my man? Just sitting in our hands, waiting for market open, waiting for good trades, waiting for a good setup. So let's go. I mean, we could see a washout down to around 14. I mark it up. We'll have to see what happens with ATER. I want to see a good washout and with a good, retracement. Actually, I want to see it down to around. I don't want to see it below 1362, but I want to see it hold maybe 1380. Then maybe for the washout back up to 14 or so. Come down to 1380, then we have room. See that this gives us a potential maybe, like, that's a lot. 8% right now. In EFTR, if we pull back, that's a lot too, but it is moving significantly. 5 minutes left here. Let's go ahead and look at EFTR. Okay, I guess there's not much market. We gapped up and we ran and gave we gapped up, ran, gave a lot back. Gapped up, ran, gave a lot back. So I do expect a run from EFTR. Potentially upwards of that $35 level, which is still 10% away. Morning watch list, yes sir. Right now the top 3 stocks to watch is EFTR, because they have a price target of 50. ATER, because it's a previous runner. BLU. Health stock shines after refractory chronic cough trial data. That's up significantly. Maybe look for the downtrend break. Then LPTX. If you want to see my screen, head over to the YouTube. You can trade with me. We have LPTX, which is moving because of positive data for cancer treatment, which is very good. That's my. Then OMHI, which is someone that alerted in our Discord, a news. So I have it, but I'm not too sure if I'll trade it just because it's so low in price. NAKD. Let's look. NAKD. We're having this small pullback. Decreasing volume. Let's go ahead and look at our Fibonacci tracements. Right at that 61.8, you saw that we had a really long wick to the downside. Maybe now we have a pivot high or pivot low. I do expect it to be bullish here. Maybe back up to 68 cents. Maybe back up to 70. So I do like NAKD. I'm bullish on it short term. More likes to track viewers. Keep it up. If you guys could smash that like button, just start tapping screen, that would really appreciate it. TikTok really pushes the algorithm. There's more likes. Very light volume to the downside, which I don't want to see. That's an anomaly. Very large movement. So they're really just testing the sellers right now, testing the demand. They're testing the buyer, excuse me. I want to see a washout here of 1:45 left. ATER, nice flagging. BLU, we have a lot of good setups right out of the gate. We have this downtrend break for BLU. Oops. Yeah, so really, guys, we're just kind of sitting on our hands. A minute left and see what the market brings us. No problem, my man. No problem. We have room back up to 15 for ATER. And we're absolutely ripping right now in the last minute. Again, it's okay if you don't make trades within today. It's all good. Oh, market's open. Why can't I change this? There would have been a good washout, EFTR. Maybe see a washout down to 32. There's the washout, but it wasn't a washout to 32. It wasn't a good setup. OMHI. Deleting that from our watch list, really. I don't like it. Maybe wash out long for BLU. And the 4-6. And get 900 shares on the play. I'm risking 2% here. I think BLU could be looking good here. BLU could be looking good. Let's go and look at what it's done in the past. Shit, I can't zoom in. Gaps up, runs. Gaps up, runs. Gaps up, runs. I think BL... So BLU is a really good candidate that we could look for a nice red to green move here. I want to see a pivot low. Thank you for the follow. We've run back to VWAP and higher. Nice red to green move. Let's see what happens. ATER, rip into the upside. LPTX, dying off BLU. Kind of looking for that EFTR. That's why we didn't take the washout. Might see a nice red to green move here. Right now, BLU is the top stock to watch. FAMI. Gap down. Wonder what caused that. Price at $20 a share. Brought it down. Hopefully it goes up, my man. Hopefully it goes up. There's the red to green move. Red to green move on FAMI, EFTR, BLU. We're very oversold. Broke that, so that's what we don't want to see. For BLU, we could still see a red green move on the 5-minute. ATER could be flagging here. I want to see a bigger pullback here, and then we have room back up to 16. Want to see light pullback. I don't want to see it break that low, the low a day. Don't want to see it break the trend line around 1420. Right now, the top stock to watch is ATER. We have our top mover at MEC. Red to green move potentially. Want to see a pivot low. Want to see a pivot low as well. Want to see a pivot low as well. Then ATER. Don't want to see it break. Thank you for the follow. I want to learn. Hey, if you want to learn, check out Alpha Day Trading. We do lessons every single day. We have 120 video lessons. If you're interested, hit the link in my bio, or if you want to learn more, go ahead and message me on TikTok, and I'll definitely talk to you more about it. And just watching us as traders, you can come on YouTube and watch. Will also help. And if you come, if you ask on YouTube, I will explain why I'm looking. I usually explain why I'm looking to get into a trade, but on YouTube, when you're able to see my screen, it's a little bit better. BLU is just giving everything back. So I do want to see a pivot low from BLU. I want to see it come up to around 4.6, then make another higher low for a nice head and shoulders play. If we take a move to the neckline and then move it upward, we have room back up to 490. $34.09 is our halt level at the moment. Kind of rounding off and cupping. EFTR, nope. Dumping. Same with blue. Maybe a nice red to green move on LPTX. We don't want to see a double top. If we see a double top, we're coming lower. Testing the buyers right now and sellers. We have very light volume on this move. AEI could move. I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream here. End stream, end.